why we want to is a question that I get asked a lot, and I suppose I don't necessarily have a good answer. We're wanting to sign up for something which is going to be more difficult than we've ever done. It's going to be more mentally challenging, more physically challenging. It's going to take up a huge amount of our time. Objectively, there's very few reasons why we want to do this.
Seasickness, I'm sure that will take a few days to get used to. Might never get used to that. Never really been good with that. But yeah, I think mentally it's going to be harder. Physically we can prepare and we can get our bodies in shape. But mentally, it's going to be some long, hard days out there, and just keeping that cohesion and keeping together when those times do get tough is going to be by far the hardest part of it.
There is nothing else that takes you to such a unique place where you're so alone with your thoughts that it changes those that take part in it, and it changes them in such a positive way.
But I suppose I sort of continuously suffer from some strange existential crisis where I'm sitting at work and I love my job and it gives me so many opportunities to go outside, but days in the office, I think, humanity isn't supposed to do this. We want to be outside pushing myself in some very basic task where I know each day's challenge is to get from A to B and to survive, and that sort of basic, incredibly hard nature of the challenge that we're undertaking, it really appeals to me.
The challenge is just so relentless. You're eating to row, you're sleeping to row, that is everything you're doing. It's all about getting on those oars day after day, trying to get to Antigua, surrounded by nothing but the relentless ocean.
We wanted to raise money for charity, but beyond that we wanted to do something more than just tokenistic funds. We realised that being at sea for 40 days, moving as slow as we are, is a pretty unique chance to collect some data that scientists would maybe find difficult to collect. So we decided to do research on behalf of the Whale and Dolphin Society into plastic pollution.
You only need to sort of turn on the news today or even visit one of Hong Kong's many beaches to realise plastic pollution is an ever-growing and ever-persistent problem.
The amount of damage that plastics are doing to our world is just incomprehensible, and the fact that the biodegrading doesn't have a time limit on it. There is currently no research that suggests that plastics will ever actually biodegrade.
The environment is under more and more strain every day, particularly in the oceans, where plastic is just being dumped like there's no tomorrow. And being a foot off the water, moving at 3 or 4 knots as slowly as we are, for as long as we are, I think that we're really going to add something significant to the research and the fight against climate change and plastic pollution.
It's something that affects everyone worldwide, and something that there is a growing awareness, but not enough being done about it. And I think we all have a bit of a responsibility on our shoulders to do more for the environment.
I think the hardest part is going to be the sleep pattern. 2 hours on and then sleeping for 2 hours. Realistically, the most sleep we can hope for is maybe an hour and a half at a time, and that is just going to grind and grind and grind on you and put you in a really, I think quite a delicate state. All of us are going to be emotionally very low, and we've just got to rely on each other as friends to push each other through and make sure that not only we do this, but we enjoy it.
Besides the sort of physical and mental sort of nature of it, I think actually just being able to get on with your friends and make sure that you stay friends after the challenge, that's going to be a big one.
It's going to be near impossible to enjoy it day after day, but you need to keep those hopes up, not only in yourself but in your team. Keep that positivity going, knowing that you're going to get there in the end.
As soon as I land, I'll probably just dive into hugs with my friends and family. I hope that my family will be waiting out there, and my girlfriend as well. And having not seen them or not spoken to anybody else but the 3 guys that I'm with, it's just going to be an outpour of emotion. I'm not sure if I'll be able to say a huge amount to them. It'll be difficult just as it's finished to articulate what we've gone through, but it's going to be a huge boost to have their support there.